Hi families, I hope you're all well. Usually around this time we'll have had our curriculum evening, our induction evening for the primary ones, where we would have invited you all in to hear more about Kirkliston Primary School and the curriculum that we follow in Primary 1. I've popped together the slides from that, along with me talking them through, and hopefully you'll find some of the information helpful and useful at this time. Schools work in many different partnerships, but the most important is the partnership between home and school. We strive to build on the positive experiences that your child and family have had at nurseries and build our relationships with you as a family. In this working partnership, we trust that you know your child best and have been their main educator for a lot of their life so far. We ask you to trust us in return. We recognise that these are very important little people and we care deeply that this is a positive experience for them all. It's a privilege to be part of their learning journey and we will be considering their well-being at every step of our planning. We always strive to build an ethos of open communication, and in what is likely to be a time of blended learning, family learning will remain an important role. This year we expect to have around 103 Primary 1 pupils coming into Kirkliston. This means that we will likely have 4 Primary 1 classes and a Primary 2-1 composite class. We've identified our Primary 1 teaching team as Mrs Fairley, Mrs Hunter, Mrs Laurie, Miss Spink and Miss Toms. We'll send an email early next week confirming which class your child is in and which teacher they're going to have. The email we send next week will detail your child's class and their teacher, as well as have a link to a video of their class teacher reading a story so your child can become familiar with them. There'll also be a link to an online meeting with the class teacher. We're doing this through Microsoft Teams and we'll send as much detail as we can to get you set up with that before the event. There'll also be a link to a Microsoft form where, with your support, your child can ask their teacher any questions or suggest anything that they would like to talk about with their teacher in this meeting. The online Meet the Teacher will be during the week beginning the 22nd of June, and you'll get details about the day and time in the email that we're sending out early next week. If you don't already have the Microsoft Teams app, don't worry, it's really easy to click on the link that will take you to the online version so that you're able to join in. The Meet the Teacher session will involve a small group of pupils, their class teacher and another member of staff, which might be a PSA or a member of the school leadership team. We ask that you try to have an adult with your child during this session, and that is mostly to help your child to be able to share their thoughts and help them to be able to get the most out of this experience. It'll be an informal chat and it's a chance to get to know the teacher a little bit and maybe a chance to get to see a few faces who will be in their class. Due to the current circumstances, the main focus of our transition in terms of getting into the building will need to be in August, following national and local guidance. Please know that we do understand how unsettling it must be not to be able to have certainty at the moment, and we will contact you with exact times and dates as soon as we know what's happening. This is likely to be via email. In the plans that we're making for June, we're taking into account the transition activities that the children have missed in June, as well as the time they've spent away from the nursery environment. We're also trying to be mindful that every child is individual and every family is individual, and you are all living and working under your own unique circumstances. The Scottish Government have set Tuesday the 11th of August as the date for all schools reopening. So from that date, during that week, your child will have their first transition visit into the classroom. This visit will mostly be about familiarising themselves with the classroom, getting to know some of the others in their class, and a chance to introduce some of the routines of the classroom. There will be a lot of adult support, and our main focus will be on social and emotional needs. Following that, it's likely to be what the government are calling a blended learning model, and this means that all children will have some time in school and some time at home. Again, we'll give exact details of this as soon as we know it. For primary one, it's likely to follow the school pattern of attendance, and during this time, we will begin to introduce more routines, things like lunchtime. We're still planning a very play-based approach and are looking at guidance, both national and local, and at countries around the world who have already gone back to school and are successfully playing. As mentioned, we'll be looking at local and national guidance as well as successful models from around the world, but we will base all of our plans on our core play values. There will be a strong focus on health and safety. And another key area of our learning is going to be focusing on social and emotional well-being. And this is a time for us to be building up relationships. These relationships are going to be key to the children feeling comfortable and confident in the classroom and therefore able to learn through their play. We also want school to be a fun place. We want children to smile, we want children to laugh, and we want children to enjoy their day. Children's play is not just important for their social and emotional well-being and relationship building, it's also how they learn, and they will be learning through the play that they're doing in their primary one environment. A very common question is, what can I do to get my child ready for school? Your child will be ready for school wherever they're at, and the school will be ready for them to meet their needs, whatever they may be. If your nursery are providing ideas and suggestions of activities for you to be doing at home, please continue to follow these as you have been, and even go back to some of the activities and redo them over the summer just to keep your child playing and learning. There are a few things that you can do to help your child to feel prepared and ready for coming to school. And there are also some activities that they can practice in terms of being independent. We have put a grid of some of these activities on our transition website, but please remember this is not a tick list for being ready to start to school. It's suggestions to help your child with their independence and to make them feel confident within this transition. There is also the citywide transition project focused on the story We're Going on a Bear Hunt. They are suggesting every week some activities for your children to be taking part in and doing at the moment, and when they come into primary one, we will have some further activities to extend their learning from this. Later this week, we'll have another video focused on getting to know you and welcoming you to Kirkliston Primary School. As part of this, we would really appreciate if you could complete the All About Me that's on our website. There are a few ways that you could do it. You could print this and send us a photo of your drawing and information, or you could complete it in a Word document and email us your document. You could also print it out and send it through the post. Probably the most important part of this form for your child is going to be the things that they want their primary one teacher to know. This is going to be really personal to each child, as it should be about what the child would like their teacher to know. In the past, we have had everything from I am left-handed to I like cheese. This is also a place where your child can share how they're feeling about going to primary one. Throughout our play-based learning, we will still be guided by our primary one curriculum, taking it from the early level in Curriculum for Excellence. Early level of Curriculum for Excellence spans the 2 years at nursery and primary one, so this will be a very natural progression on from their nursery experience. The play experiences and activities that the primary one teachers will be setting up will support learning in all 8 of our curricular areas. Literacy and communication is key learning for young children. There'll be lots of opportunities for listening and talking throughout the day. At nursery and at home, your child will already have been developing lots of pre-reading and pre-writing skills, which we will continue to build upon. We follow the City of Edinburgh Council's Literacy Rich programme and will be incorporating this into the play-based activities. Again, your child will already at nursery and at home have been developing their early numeracy and mathematical understanding. We follow a numeracy programme called SEAL, which gives children a really solid understanding of numbers and the relationships between numbers. Again, this can be covered easily through play-based activities and will also give the children lots of opportunities for other mathematical concepts such as measure and shape. Our health and wellbeing curriculum is going to be paramount this year, and there'll be lots of play experiences and stories and discussions to support this learning. We're very fortunate at Kirkliston to have a lot of outdoor space, and this will be wonderful for us to be able to do some physical education, movement and exercise outdoors. Through the experiences set up to support the social studies curriculum, children will be able to explore the world around them and investigate. Using carefully chosen resources and enhanced cleaning, children will still be able to explore technologies. Expressive arts are going to remain a very, very important part of the play and the curriculum at Kirkliston Primary School. There will be lots of opportunities for music, drama, art and design, dance. It's very important that children continue to have experiences that allow them to explore and get to know world religions and understand different cultures and different beliefs and values. They'll also continue to be supported to develop the respect of themselves and their respect for other people, as well as developing their own set of beliefs and values. Learning through play is not just for transition, and it's something that is going to continue right the way through Primary 1. There will always be a lot of different play experiences and activities for the children to be able to learn through. When we start having lunches at school, all Primary 1 to Primary 3 children are entitled to a free school lunch, which can be ordered online the previous week through our online booking system. You'll get details of how to set up this system very soon. You can also bring a packed lunch from home instead. There are always adults around at lunchtime to support children. We ask that you provide a snack from home for playtime. We suggest this is best if it's one small snack, and we are a health promoting school, so we encourage healthy snacks at playtime. We do have children in Primary 1 this year with allergies, so we ask that you try to avoid sending in nut or nut-based products for your child's snack. Celebrating children's achievements is really important and an important part of our school life. We do this through things like Star of the Week, house points, opportunities for children to share their learning, achievement folios, and lots of praise. We really value parental involvement, and it's something that really enhances the children's experience of Primary 1. When government guidance does allow us to have more adults back in the building, we would love to have parents in volunteering to support our play and learning in the classrooms. This might be very general play support, or it might be that you have a skill or interest that you're really keen to come in and share and support in the school, like baking or woodwork or storytelling. In the meantime, home learning is going to play a very big role in your child's learning experience, and therefore communication between home and the school is going to be key, and we ask that you keep in mind our open communication ethos. Contact us about anything, whether it's a comment that you feel you wish to share with us, whether it's a suggestion for improvement, a question you have. Please don't keep it to yourself. Please get in touch and keep the dialogue flowing. Another way that you're able to get involved in the life of the school right now from the start in August is by joining our Kirkliston Primary School Association. This is a group of parents and links within the school. The KPSA plays a large role in school life and are very vital to many of the things that they do. They help to support the head teacher in achieving our aims and curriculum development. They are part of events and fundraising, and also communicating with the wider school body. There are lots of different ways that you can get involved, so please do get in touch. The relationship between parents and the school through the KPSA is wonderful, and it really benefits the school in a massive way. This information leaflet is in PDF format on our website. Please take time to take a little look at it and familiarise yourself with all the things that they are doing. We understand how anxious and unsettled it may feel this year for transition. It's usually an anxious time for some families anyway, but with the added uncertainties, we understand that it will be a little bit more so for some people. please be rest assured that we are confident that we can make sure that this transition goes well for your child, and with the constant communication and keeping an open dialogue, we can work together, schools and families, to make sure that we're getting it right for every primary one. I've added a link in the email that I sent with this link to a Microsoft Forms, where you can share with me any questions that you have, any main concerns that you have, and I can try to address them collectively, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of you will have the same questions, you'll have the same thoughts, you'll have the same concerns. You can also continue to email me at the admin address at Kirkliston, which is on our website and other communications, and I'll get back to you with that as soon as I can. Stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you soon.